for all because we won against the whole copyright thing. Yes, awesome. How are you, Sai? Are you doing good?
I'm doing awesome. It feels like we were just on a stream because we were just on a stream.
I know, right? It's so crazy. So we are going to hop straight into it because I don't want to take up any more of this amazing dude's time. We are welcoming Mr. John Celestri. How are you doing, sir?
Good evening, everybody, or good afternoon, wherever you are.
Yeah.
I'm doing good. I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on.
Of course. And we are super excited because you have Bloodwing Angel Chronicles. So real quick, before we get into this, you have been doing animation for like a while.
Yeah, 45 plus years. So
it's been a minute.
just a little bit. Like he's a little bit skilled, guys.
Yeah, just
a tiny bit.
Just a little on the skill set. That's what I bring to the comic book. You know, everything that I've done, you know, in the past, whether it be Boba Fett in the Star Wars Holiday Special, Rock and Roll, He-Man and She-Ra,
wow.
you know, Dragon
childhood.
Days.
Right.
You know,
he animated our childhood. Everyone,
God. There you go.
Pay attention. Get ready for this sign up. All right. So going into this is the sign up page.
Yes, there's a sign up page. We've got a video as a 32-second video, and says this is the whole pitch. This is what it's all about, and everything else is gravy.
Awesome.
My body is ready. Let's do this.
Okay.
Bloodwing Angel Chronicles. The adventures of Michael, an innocent angel who is unjustly banished to the mortal realm and battles to survive amongst demons, sinners, and living dead.
It's Shae.
Nice.
Not going to say how on brand that is for our channel.
Right. All right. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Bloodwing Angel? Do you want me to scroll through this, or do you want me to bring up your screen?
Basically, you could stop here. Is that this is one of the characters that are a group of characters that Michael runs into. Bloodwing Angels Chronicles is basically the story of as I said, an innocent angel, and it's kind of like being the. Are you familiar with the Old Testament book of Job, in which basically you take the innocent angel, and is inexplicably plucked out of the heavens for no reason. Michael has never done anything wrong, and suddenly is just shot across the universe, and the promise to the angels are if you obey my rules and you don't do anything wrong and what have you, you'll always be safe. Well, Michael is just thrown out of home, and because that promise has been broken, it rips the universe, the fabric of the universe.
Wow.
Momentarily, as it goes across the universe, the universe is ripped apart momentarily and then restitched together, but not the way it was before. So now, all bets are off. What's truth? What's right? What's wrong? And Michael lands into this world and is changed into human form, but angels are both male and female. So Michael is both male and female.
That works.
God, that makes a lot more sense now. I was confused about I was like, so like a female Michael? But no, now I get it. I get it now.
But basically, it is not. It is because angels, are the most beautiful, but they're also the most fierce. I mean, in my way of thinking, in this particular universe, or my tome, my universe, if an angel is both male and female, well, you don't have a male angel get together with a female angel and get a couple of cherubs together. No, that's not the case. This here is they're both. And so
Okay.
therefore, how does this semi-mortal now, semi-immortal, we don't know yet because Michael has to figure out what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Does he have all of the powers? No, they're diminished of the angel. You'll note, and so anyway, these characters here that we show, they're in the 1717 club. They're part of the neighborhood that she winds up in, and she winds up becoming the guardian angel for that neighborhood. And these are these guys are the 1717 club is kind of like, let's say, you got mix the Sopranos with From Dusk Till Dawn.
Jeez.
Oh. Damn. Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right. So we are at about 7 minutes. I want to bring up your screen for a second here. Because
and I wasn't laughing at what you said. I just remembered the name of the club in Dusk Till Dawn, and I had to giggle. Okay, I'm better now.
Well, actually, there is a real. I mean, I grew up in Brooklyn, and there was a club 1717 across the street from my parents' apartment building, and we had a religious gift shop right across the street from them. So that's all part of the story. So anyway,
nice.
So here we go. Michael, in semi-human form, they can, wind up with a flaming finger. That's what she can use.
Nice.
Love it.
Okay.
This is so. Therefore, you have diminished things here for and so the pasties here are purely for Indiegogo. We don't.
Yeah.
I'm not going to play around with whether or not there's pasties or whatnot. When a character is nude, it's nude. That's it.
Yeah.
So anyway, as you can see, this is some of the sample of the artwork flaming through the universe.
This is so like retro into my childhood. This is hilarious. I love it.
Yeah, this is my neighborhood in Brooklyn, the L&L gift shop. My parents owned the shop called L&L. Now, in religion, in this universe, all religions or worship or what have you are valid. That means they sell worship tools for all beliefs, whether it be sacrificial daggers, because you have human, or you have the priest vestments and ciboriums. So anyway, there's all these characters here. They come through. This is some of the action, poses just to give you an idea of what they are like. This book. What I'm launching on Saturday, on May 1st. It's 52 pages, 48 really of story content, and
Amazing.
So, but it's just the first two episodes, the first two chapters in this ongoing series. So therefore, I've already gotten about 37 pages in the next book, ready to go, and I'm just playing with that. So that'll be another 48, 52 pages. So you'll see this here. So one of the things that we have here, we've got the perks of all types. I'll do this one here, and hopefully this will work out. This is one of the.
Hi guys. I just got in the shipment of my soft enamel pins, the Bloodwing Angel perk that will be included with the Demon Slayer level and the Fire Fist level. It's a soft enamel pin. It's about almost 1.5 inches wide and about close to 1 3/4 inches high. It's got it's got a double clip back there.
Nice.
It's nice, and look at that. It's a nice feel to it. And it's really cool. So anyway, this is what those who supported me at those levels on the Kickstarter, and I'm also including this now with the my Indiegogo campaign that'll be starting up May 1st. So anyway, this is the level of quality that you will get from me. Okay, just want to let you know. Take care. Bye.
That's awesome. So I know that John is new to Red Valkyrie. We love patches, like with a passion here. And when I say we, I mean I've forced Sai to love patches because I have an obsession with them. But I will say that is a badass pin that I definitely want.
Yeah, I didn't even know I was muted. I was saying the entire time, I need that pin. I need that pin.
It's the thing about it is you can see where it is. You can see it. I mean, it is almost like regular flight wings. I made them especially so that they look like, it would give you something of weight. And it's a hefty little thing here.
Yeah.
And so
we'll work on patches later, but I'm down for
this here I could afford doing.
Oh, I got a guy for you. Don't worry about that. Everyone playing bingo, there's your free bingo space. But yeah, I'll hook you up later with our contact for good patches that are not super expensive.
Okay. Well, anyway, as you can see, the top Fire Fist perk has got the book, the pin, the trading card, a mini poster, and I do a sketch.
Ooh. Wow. Now, are you doing a sketch separately, or are you doing a sketch inside the book?
No, sketch separately. You hang it up.
Oh.
Here, so you've got.
Oh, hold on. Let me make you big. See? Look at that.
Yeah. On animation bond paper.
I want that sketch.
Right? I want that exact one. The one you're holding.
Well, this is already done. This is for somebody else, so.
We tried. Yeah, we tried, guys. You know what? Maybe we can get John to do some art for the art auction and have him come out. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah, it would be awesome.
We do an underground art auction. Our next one is going to be June 19th. And so if you are interested and you have original artwork that you wouldn't mind auctioning off, we would love to have you as a guest.
All right. Well, let's talk and see what's
awesome. Up. I like it.
Yeah. So anyway, the perks, I'm showing you this here, but basically the top perk is about $50 plus shipping.
That's your
top perk? That is not bad for all that you're getting.
That's it.
That's your top perk is $50.
Yeah.
I can afford the top perk. What the hell is happening in the world?
There you go.
Yeah, I'm with little sis there. Absolutely, that's badass, and I know where I'm backing now.
Okay. Well, I want readers. I want to make it as affordable as possible for this. If you can, I mean, it's so. You get when I launch, you'll see all the various perks, but they're basically a PDF, a single book, a book with that I'm signing, with a mini poster. Then you get the next one up is the $25, for all of it except for the drawing. When you tack the drawing on, it's $50, and there you go.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I totally 100%. That's amazing. All right. I'm going to just remind the chat, because it's been a while since we did a Dirty Free-For-All. If you have questions during this Dirty Free-For-All, you got to let them fly early, because we only have the amazing John Celestri for about another 5 minutes before I got to boot him to the back and bring out our next guest. So if you got questions about this campaign, this is the time to ask. You already got people that are down for backing. Kayla's already, I already know that I'm backing. That's for sure.
So the link to the sign up is down in the description. Also, my question is, John, are you coming back on when you're live? Well,
only if I'm invited.
That's me inviting you.
This is an invitation.
Sure.
Yes. We absolutely want you back on. Oh my gosh. I will, probably tomorrow, I'm not going to lie, because it's going to be a late night tonight.
Yeah.
But tomorrow or this weekend, I will hit you up and we will get you scheduled to be back on probably mid to late May, because Shae has been slacking and has not booked our schedule up. So
Sure.
Definitely getting you back on.
Okay. Cool.
The other thing that we didn't talk a ton about is what you get if you sign up now.
Oh, if you sign up now and you give do a physical support, not a PDF but a physical thing, you get this great selfie that happened to happen when about 8 years ago when I ran across my old friend Boba Fett. I hadn't seen him since about 1978 when I animated him. So we got together, had a thing. So I'll have I've got these got cards autographed.
Oh, hold it back up. Look at that. Look at that. That is amazing. Oh, love it.
You'll get that, but if you sign and you physically support a physical tier.
Yep, that's absolutely.
So, just to remind everyone, when are you launching?
Saturday, May 1st.
2 days.
Yes.
Hello, Eric. We notice you. Senpai notices you. You can calm down now. 2 days. So go get on this mailing list right now so you can get even more epicness for your backing, because as Kayla has said here, how can anybody not back this? That is a valid question. Get on this mailing list so you can get the bonuses, back it, and enjoy the amazingness that this campaign looks to be. Like, Bloodwing Angel Chronicles looks to be a very interesting.
It's so cute,
slightly ridiculous,
yeah,
but like in the best way.
Well, listen, think of it this way: it's like the heavy metal magazine of the 1970s that way, and also the old underground comics of the 1960s, early 70s. So, I mean, I draw this naturally. This is my style of drawing. This is my style of creativity and storytelling. And everything is drawn on pencil and paper and scanned. So I don't use Cintiqs. This is all stuff. This is all pencil and paper scanned artwork into there.
That sounds great. So then, because of that final question, are you offering up any original pages?
Not until I get these things done.
So maybe the next campaign for this.
We could do something like that. As long as I have, I have backup, because I don't want to redraw anything.
That's fair. Yeah. That's fair. Past Master Dan says we need a fire finger patch.
That's the next one. Well, no, that's the next pin I was thinking of doing. Was a fire finger, just a flaming finger.
We're gonna talk.
John illustrates with the middle finger.
We're gonna absolutely talk and see if we can't get you on board with the flame finger, because that sounds amazing. All right, John. Okay. We got 30 seconds. Any last little bits that you want to throw out there?
Listen, I have my own YouTube channel also, but you can get me on Facebook and on Instagram, on Twitter. At Celestri John. Just and then we can talk, do what have you. I'm here. I always post stuff on Twitter anyway.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at that, go through, you could see what I'm doing.
Everyone, follow John on Twitter. His Twitter is in the description.
Yes, it is. It's in the description. It's on the banner. It's everywhere. Yes. Thank you so much, John, for coming and hanging out. And we are going to talk to you again soon.
All right. You take care now.
Bye-bye. All righty. Moving right on along. How are you doing, Mr. Aria Black? Oh, muted. Muted in StreamYard, muted. There we go.
Double mute. The kiss.
Wow. That happens.
It's a super boomer. It's okay. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How about yourselves?
Great. I am so happy that I finally get to talk to you.
Yeah.
I've seen you around the Twitterverse,
Yeah.
have never talked to you, did not know you had this glorious mane of hair.
Oh, thank you.
Which is just epic. And then, okay, real quick, before we go into the amazing campaign that you are here for, sir, I do have to say thank you very much, Orville Nation, for the $5 super sticker of the workout pair trying to be sexy, asking how it's going. I appreciate that. That's epic. We love you. Thank you for the support. Okay.
That pair's hardworking.
Right? He's like French girl, like mocking it up and everything. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do 30 things at the same time. So we're here for the adventures of Tailless and Outer Space.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. Let me tell you all about this book.
Are we playing the video at all?
Yeah, go for it if you want to. I'll warn you, it is only short. It is a really short teaser. But yeah, go for it.
That's fine.
I love it already.
Patch.
I was going to say.
That is short. I will agree.
It's incredibly short, but now I really want to know more.
Yeah.
It's effectively short. I will say that. It's like,
yeah. Well, if it leaves you wanting more, then it's done its job, I guess.
All right, tell us about this.
Yeah, cool. So this is the project for any fans out there of classic Saturday morning cartoons, as I'm sure you've read in the campaign description. So Tailless is based on my love for those Saturday morning cartoons like Thundercats, Transformers, and the Ninja Turtles, because that's the sort of stuff I grew up on. And basically, Tailless is the book I created to learn how to create comics. So for the past 2 years or so now, I've been releasing these mini comics via eBay. I've been self-publishing these Tailless mini comics. They've been 8 pages long each, and they're just short glimpses into the Tailless universe and a way for me to develop myself as an artist, basically. And now, for the first time ever, I have all 4 currently released Tailless mini comics, plus more that have never been seen before, all in one collected edition.
Oh, that is awesome. Gosh, y'all are going to make me go broke. I must say, one of the biggest enticements that you have on here is the sign up now to receive exclusive merch by Chubb. If you do not know of Chubb and Mary Boys and his phenomenal work, shame on you. How dare you? And trust me, sign up for this.
Oh, Chubb's. I recently backed Mary Boys after it was in demand because I missed out on it when it was live. But backed Mary Boys, it arrived. I opened it up, not planning to read through it, but read the first page and then just plowed through the next 2 comics, in the next 20 minutes or so. And I fell in love with it. His artwork is amazing. He's easily my favorite CG artist. So after I read
the
it,
storytelling was really good too. I didn't expect. I saw Mary Boys and I was like, "This looks interesting." I don't know, and I started reading it and I was like, "This is one of my favorite ones. This is hands down one of my favorite ones." It was really well done.
That's exactly what happened to me. So I had to get involved. I had to get him to draw Tailless because and you know what, his Tailless is really cool. It looks totally different to the way I draw him, but I love it for his own spinner. You can see it if you scroll to the bottom of the page.
You can kind of see it. If you squint, you can see it.
I'll show you it in a bit more detail in a bit. But yeah, so anyone who signs up is going to receive that artwork by Chubb on a trading card and fold-out poster. So that's a 11 by 17 poster.
Once you back physically.
Yeah, once you back physically.
Just make sure that people understand that. You're not getting it for signing up. You also have to back it.
Exactly. But yeah, if you sign up, I'll keep you up to date on all this, obviously via email, but you're going to get that special sign-up perk, which, just sign up. What have you got to lose? Because this will be available nowhere else on the campaign. I have original art to sell. I will be selling the original Chubb art. Other than that, the only place to get that trading card and poster is right here on the sign up perk. So yeah.
Nice.
And then you can see next to it, which is effectively my first stretch goal for this project. So currently there's 6 mini comics to be included in the Taylor's collection. So that's issues 1 through 4, which have already been released and some people have already read. But then there's 2 bonus mini comics which have never been read before. One of which is a really cool crossover I did with Commie Mark and his character Not Daredevil. So Taylor and Not Daredevil team up to
of course,
to take on a horde of gay space Nazis. You know, if that doesn't
sounds like a team up.
I don't know what will.
my people. That's so on brand.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you're gay space Nazis now, Si. When did that happen?
Gay space Nazis. And you know what? If anyone's watching the CG UK stream, they're gonna absolutely love it because there's so many Easter eggs. There's so many other characters involved from the CG UK crowd. They're gonna love it. It's Commie Mark's writing, so it's gonna be funny. And then he's got my art on it. I love drawing Not Daredevil, and he's obviously the main crossover character in this. So I just can't wait for people to read down. It's gonna be great. But yeah, that 7th mini comic. As soon as we hit full funding on this campaign, we're going to unlock the 7th mini comic, and that's going to take us to over 50 pages of story content alone. And it's also a prelude comic, so it's extra special because it's going to give you the first insight into my next project, which is the first full-size Taylor's issue. So if you want to pop it onto the story properly, this is the first place to do so. It'll give you your first glimpse of that.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, you are also sharing your screen. You want me to... I'm going to wait for you to not be on the stream page so we don't inception us, because that'll be crazy. There we go.
There we go.
Look at that.
Yeah, this is the artwork Chubb's done.
Oh, so good.
I'll zoom in a little bit. I love his take on like Raggedy Taylor's.
I love his face. He looks like intense but slightly pained. Like, I don't know what to do with my face for this photo.
Yeah. Well, he's alongside Harry from the Mary Boys.
Yeah.
Stomping on his foot, if you can see that.
Oh!
Yeah.
That makes more sense about the face.
Yeah, that's part where I like Chubb. He's so good. There's a lot of character in his characters.
He does.
Yeah. So that's the exclusive sign-up perk. You get this trading card, and I'll say now, there's going to be 3 trading cards to get on this campaign, and they're all going to be done by other artists. I've done that for 2 reasons. Number one, it's a big time saver for me because I'm doing everything else on this campaign. I'm writing, illustrating, coloring. I'm doing everything on it. But also, 2, I've got some really cool artists involved, and they're personally my favorite CG artists. So just as a fan, I wanted to see my characters done in their style. And
I understand.
Yeah, so I got Chubb to do the sign-up perk, but then I've also got Preston Acevedo to do me a trading card, which will be exclusive to the featured tier. So when you back my the featured tier on my campaign, you'll be receiving this beautiful Preston Acevedo card, which will be painted up in his, in his classic style. So this is just the sketch he sent me recently, and he's absolutely nailed the characters. I can't wait to see this, properly in color.
Dude. All right, so this version of Taylor's, he almost looks like the version of the Bat Who Laughs with like the way too big mouth and like everything's kind of super intense and crazy. Oh, that's awesome.
You know what I think it is? He drew him without like the bridge of his nose. So his face looks a little bit weird, but other than that.
No, but it looks like it's totally on brand because like the way that he did like the hair, the facial hair going up almost like horns and stuff, like it makes him look mad, but like in the best way.
Do you know what was really impressive? He did this with almost no reference material. Pretty much I go in his stream and he just used the visuals I must have shown him on the stream to come up with this, and he nailed it pretty much. Got everything right. You got Taylor's costume right, which not everyone does. So
yeah. So I'm like, here's the only thing that's frustrating me right now about this is we're gonna have you on, and I'm gonna have to cosplay a furry.
Oh.
I'll make it work.
I would love to see it, and you would do a good job because I've seen your other cosplays.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna need. When are you hoping to launch?
Right, we're going live end of June, start of July. So one of those 2 weeks probably. It's really just depending on when I get to a certain point in the like when I get a certain amount of artwork done, because I want to be like 85-90% finished on all of the interior work before we go live, so that once it's done and wrapped up after the 30 days or whatever, I can just start fulfilling and get the books in backers' hands, so it'll be out in the summertime.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
So, I'm gonna hit you up early because is that a female character in the back?
Oh yeah, this is Adelaide, aka the Phoenix. She out of the three of these guys, I didn't really tell you much about the story, but basically, Talos is a vigilante in outer space. He takes on these superpowered bad guys, but he himself and his sidekick Jet have no powers. They instead, kind of like Batman, rely on their wit and their crazy cool gadgets to save the day and get them out of tricky situations. But Adelaide here, who is she's actually a captain of this intergalactic police force, and she actually has powers. She can turn her body into all flames like the Human Torch, and when she does that, she's effectively kind of like Superman. She's invulnerable. She's obviously got like Human Torch style powers, so she's like Superman in that sense, but then she's back to normal when she deflames and depowers down. So that's
when she powers herself down. So I'm just gonna say this. Send me a reference photo of her, because I'm pretty sure that's what I'm gonna attempt. Unless you send me something and I'm like, there's just absolutely no way that I can do that. But send me something so I can start trying to work on it.
I'll definitely do that, because it would be so cool to see you do that. Not because Preston's actually the first person to ever draw Adelaide that isn't myself, because everyone if I get fan art, it's always a Taylor. So you'd be the second person to do an interpretation of Adelaide. That'd be crazy.
Absolutely, cool. Yeah. Send me some reference photos, and I'll see what I can make up, because that would be amazing. She is thick. I like her though. She's badass.
I tell you what, can I show you some pages from the latest mini comic?
Sure.
No, how dare you? Of course you can. Of course you can. Go.
It's your turn.
Yeah. So
holy shit.
Yeah, Into the Siren Snare. That's the title of of mini comic number 6. So you can see Adelaide back there. Yeah, it's just the opening page, and in this mini comic, they battle against my favorite bad guy. Because in each mini comic, they take on a new and ever more dangerous bad guy, and in this one, it's actually my favorite bad guy, called the Sirens, which are these triple-titted, beautiful demon things that live in lava under a mountain, basically.
Well, now I'm torn. Which one am I going to cosplay? Is the triple-titted?
Exactly. That's the one you're going to cosplay.
Well, I can give you 3 big reasons as to why.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So send me a reference of this too, in case the other one fails.
Okay, cool.
3 big reasons.
Taskmaster Jay, you have it backwards. How did you get it wrong? It's not ass titty. It's titty ass. You literally got it backwards.
Oh yeah. And you know what? There's a whole swarm of these sirens in this book, so there is a lot of titties. I'll just forewarn you. Here's
Shae, you do not get to borrow one of my stick-on tits for this.
I'm not gonna. That would just get us struck if they were my actual tits out. But if they're, we'll come up with a creative solution. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah,
that does not involve you stealing my boob.
Not stealing your boob.
You know what? I'm really excited to see what you do with these characters now.
Yes,
me too.
Me three. I have no idea what's gonna happen. It's gonna be insane.
You actually see them both on this page, because you got these the triple-titted demons on the bottom, and Adelaide's punching through with a flaming fist. Like,
oh, she's so cool though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, this is gonna be tricky. I'm gonna figure it out. Make it happen.
I'll tell you what. I'll show you another page, but I have it physically, so maybe you can just blow my screen up.
Absolutely.
This is the one.
Just to give you a warning, we got 4 minutes left.
Yeah. I'll show you this, and then I'll.
Yes.
There we go. So this is the one I was working on before I came on the stream.
Holy shit!
That
is badass.
And see what I'm doing at the same time. But yeah.
That is amazing, dude.
So something you're gonna see in this Taylor's collection is, like I said, it's the book I created to learn how to create comics. So issue 1 looks completely different to issue 6 and 7 because
Right.
I've just developed over 2 years as an artist, and I didn't mention earlier, but in this collection, there's actually going to feature in the bonus section every single image or story idea or just anything that's ever gone into the creation of Taylor's that I've done over 6 or 7 years is all going to be included, because I happen to have just kept every single sketch and scribble and absolutely everything. So backers are going to be able to see Taylor's.
That is awesome, and it's really cool to see like the progression that you have just in this little thumbnail right here, where it's like, here's all the ways that he's been drawn before he got to like the badass, like super heavy metal dripping 90s style that you got now.
Yeah, and there's a whole bunch of other ways I used to draw him. Like, he used to be a parody character. Like, do you remember when Justin Bieber did his Calvin Klein photo shoot?
Yes.
So, like, in the very early days, I did a parody where Taylor was in his Calvin Klein tighty whities. So that'll be in the book, cool stuff like that. And
awesome.
Yeah, I done a Taylor's animation once, so all the frames from that animation is going to be in the book, and you'll be able to sort of read through the story with all the frames side by side. It'd be, just cool extras like that you won't see really anywhere else.
That is so fucking cool. Oh my gosh. And the chat has just lost their mind, because first off, you have 3-titted demons in here, so they're already sold. Like, everyone's like, well, I'm obviously got to back it now. Like,
I feel like he's just trying to like one up Boob Dan, literally.
He's like, all right, Boob Dan's got the big boobs, but we got 3 boobs.
I mean, actually, too.
I'm just saying, if you decide that you're gonna hit a certain stretch goal where you might want another pinup, I feel like Boob Dan is a natural selection for your characters, for your sirens. I would hit him up and just be like, what you think?
Okay. I'll have to do that. For sure.
Look at that. You've already got Frog G's like Boob Dan collaboration. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask it in your last minute. We joked about it, but I'm actually kind of serious. A patch of the.
Yeah, look, I've made no plans for it so far, but that logo, how cool would that look, right?
That would be
amazing.
Cool.
That or a patch of 3 tits.
3 tits.
Or a patch of the 3 tits
of individual tits.
just put them in different positions, and so you can put them all together like a puzzle.
No, the perspective has to change though, so we need separate patches.
That's what I'm saying, but then it's like best friend patches. You can you have one, your friend has like the middle one, your other friend has like the left one, and you're like, you can tell we're best friends because together we're a 3-titted siren.
Exactly. I thought about doing a mouse pad with the you see the mouse pads with the boobies.
With 3 of them?
3, so it wouldn't really work for that.
Oh my gosh, that'd be funny. This looks amazing. I'm super, super stoked for it, and I'm so glad that we were able to get you on. Please go sign up for the Adventures of Taylor's in Outer Space. When are you're saying you're launching late June, early July?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. We're going to get you back on for that. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us, Aria.
Yeah, thanks so much. I'll see you soon.
All right, bye-bye. Okay. Oh, I forgot how exhausting this gets. Just like one right after the other. Yeah. And with absolutely no time to spare. Hello, Paul. How are you?
Hey, friends. I'm doing really well. How about you?
It's crazy because I'm trying to remember where we are and what we're doing.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
Hey, thank you. You know what? Sometimes you just need that encouragement. so you feel like you're doing okay. We are here for the thing that I've heard about for like 1,000,001 years and have not had the opportunity to see anything on, really, which is Bump Back.
Bump Back, yes. Okay. I just shared in the private chat a link to Imgur that'll have a bunch of the cover and pages and whatnot as well.
Yes, that would be what we would want. So before we go to Imgur, you are super fancy in that we don't need no Indiegogo sign up because you're going to go to the Paul Tucker website and sign up there because they're not going to screw him with a 6-month time frame. Just saying, like, these don't just poof after 6 months.
Yeah.
It's fair.
I just figured this would be better, especially because I don't know when or necessarily if the time is going to be right for a big crowdfunding campaign, maybe more of a fulfillment campaign. So I figured a more community building start might be better. So that's why I went with something like this to start.
That's fair. See, Kayla's already on board. I of course am giving you shit, but I do wholeheartedly approve of this method, simply because, especially if you've got your own site and you can have like art and you can have merchandise, you can have like your stuff and when you're going to be on streams and everything, you build it out, and it's like, also if you want to be on the mailing list, you know when all this is going to happen. Here it is. That I feel like it's much more streamlined.
So to be fair, I'm not that fancy. This is a content kit, so
it's okay. We'll get you there. We'll get you there.
All right. Good.
So I'm going to bring that down so I can.
Look at that.
Why put a time limit on greatness?
Wow, you are going to get so much free stuff. Thank you.
Hey, whoa. Hey,
I got an offer for you later. It all works out.
I don't know if that sounded the same. Oh, I got something for you.
I know, that sounded a little threatening.
Little
Paul,
bit.
I thought we were cool, bro.
I've got my thing. Well, we'll get to it.
Okay.
When we get to patches, inevitably.
You know it's going to come up. My whole chat, I have half my chat that's like, fuck yes, patches, and the other half are like, fuck you, Shae, stop saying it. And I'm like, I don't change for
That's
you.
okay.
I'm sorry.
He posted in the chat that he was going AFK, so we got a minute for patches.
No, because Eric is the other one who hates how much I talk about patches, as seen by this. Eric, patches for all in everything. Okay. And apparently I'm a patch tyrant. That's fantastic. All right. Bump Back. What is Bump Back?
Bump Back is Bump Back takes horror movie canon fodder characters, the ones that you go to the movie theater to watch die or be eaten in horrific ways, like the dumb jock, the preppy princess, and people like that, and sort of gives them a second chance. We're taking all those one-dimensional characters and we're putting them in these starting 4. And they're sort of, after this eventful night, they're forced into becoming a supernatural cover-up / apocalypse prevention force known as the Apex Predators. And they work under these 2 sisters who are the current living descendants of Van Helsing, now going by the name Van Horten.
Okay.
There's demonically possessed toasters going through an existential crisis.
Wow.
Machine gun wielding archangels with a Brendan Fraser obsession. A table that has a time spell that serves up a fresh serving of Hitler every night to the more bloodthirsty members.
Are you ruining the brave little toaster for me by making it all like existentially depressed?
Jeremy, the demonic toaster, is very upset about being alive. He's got a lot of feelings. If you've ever seen like Adventure Time, Lemon Grab, that's
I was actually thinking more, what is it, Radio City with Rags the dog that kept trying to like kill himself, and his and his owner was like, "Oh, Ragsy, no, that's dangerous," and he's like licking an outlet, going, "Surely This will electrocute me, and I will finally
will
be
be the
released
end.
from this hell.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay. Totally. I hope the toaster tries to throw himself in a bathtub at one point, but like there's no water.
We're just
And so
going
he
to find
just-
new ways for him to live and evolve and be harder to kill, basically.
I like it.
So, perfect.
I'm sold just for the toaster. Like, oh my gosh. Okay. Sorry. Continue. I had
that
to.
was it. That was it. I usually finish
all
at
of it.
Hitler.
Okay. So I'm assuming that this little mummy fairy is the princess type?
So for Christy Bell, aka the Vessel, I wanted to look at. So a lot of them can't escape the labels they were given even in like middle school, right? Christy Bell was the preppy princess who no longer has access to the trust fund, works at a dive bar, is 40, a veteran. You know, she has no access or connection to any part of that previous part of her life. And so I wanted to look at a character like that who's still recognized and perceived as that by everyone else in her life who used to know her, and just see how that would work. And so she shares a body with 7 ancient Egyptian sorceresses who give her powers. And she hates them all, so it's great.
I was gonna say she doesn't like any of them, does she?
No. They're very moody.
I just see her being like Cleopatra is trying to say something behind her. She's like, listen, bitch, okay? I am queen now, not you. Like,
You're
back
hitting
off.
the nail right on the head. This is the one, if I ever get the chance to come on here, this is who I said I would completely fund your cosplay if you did her. I would completely. And
Done. Are you kidding me? Look at her. She's a green mummy. I won't be able to green. I'll have to get a blue screen.
Yeah.
We'll make it work.
Yeah. We'll make it work.
We'll make it work.
Blue
I'm
screen.
1,000%. I can't do a blue screen either. She wears blue. We'll do my background. We'll just do my office. It'll be fine.
It'll be great.
I don't
She's
care.
been in offices before. It all works
It's
out.
good.
We'll just get a huge banner and I'll draw it.
Yeah. I love it.
No.
Yes.
Hard
I'll
veto.
draw it.
Oh my god.
Then we'll auction it off.
and then you'll make 4 times what I make with your wonderful art. So depressing.
Neff, get your checkbook ready.
Nick says, I'm always amazed how Paul can create such interesting characters with depth to them. This sounds fucking amazing.
I love the
By the way, go
backstories.
back Demon Hunter Raven Chapter 3 on Indiegogo, especially the deluxe version that has a story by me.
Oh, look at that.
Cough. Sorry.
Yes. Do the things that he has said. I don't have the link though, so Frog G's gonna have to help y'all in the chat with it. He's got it. Don't worry. I know he does. So I'm not even gonna worry about it.
He has every link.
He does. Okay, so wait. Wolf Boy is the jock, right?
No, he is the jock is the warlock grimoire because I wanted the dumbest person to have the job that would be best for the smartest person. So he's absolutely he loses his physical strength now compared to the 3 of them. He has nothing to offer unless he wants to read a bunch of books, and I'm not even sure he could really read. So, as you can tell, he can't even tell time. So.
That is fantastic. Okay, so wait, who's the Wolf Boy then?
So he is, for lack of a better term, more the label put on him is the junkie. So he drinks liquid moonlight, aka moonshine there, to maintain werewolf form outside of a full moon. It has turned his dark fur blue/purplish. And he uses baseball bats because he hates digging flesh out of his claws. So that's why.
So the sad thing is as so far out of the characters you've described, I'm closer to Wolfie over here. Like,
it's okay. You don't know how hard I'm trying to not make Dusk the only character people like. So trust me, I'm 1,000% okay with that.
Well, you're
now
like,
I have to push.
You're like, he just drinks a lot of moonshine, and I'm like, I may or may not have like 2 to 3 bottles of moonshine in the fridge right now.
And fun fact, I actually have a mixologist friend who is coming up with an original cocktail that is going to be the official liquid moonlight, just for a fun extra thing to put in the book.
That has to go on a recipe card.
Yeah.
Like as like an extra.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. This looks like so much fucking fun.
It is. The artist is Brandon Palace. I believe that's how you say his name.
Okay.
Palas. You can find him at his name, just at and his name, or you can type in www.hisname.com and go check out his website. Super amazing, super kind dude, incredibly talented. I love him to death.
Super a fan. Oh my gosh, I just realized that your warlock has a little floating hand that has
Hand
his
of
fingernails
glory.
on fire.
Named Bella.
The hand has a name.
Who put Bella in the witch elm? Go look up that murder case. It's fantastic. Anyway,
I'm gonna need you to DM that to me because I can't find a pen and I'm gonna forget.
I will definitely do that.
That needs to happen. And we might have a random prop that's gonna make an appearance just because it's a fucking flaming hand.
Absolutely. And it has powers, so obviously.
Yes, okay. Gosh, stop selling me on this shit. I'm not this rich.
Well, hey, you're supposed to be I wanted to model an original character after you as well, so we got to talk about that.
Down, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes.
For the brew or the Oktoberfest issue, we got to talk about it.
Yeah. Oh, so we're just apparently going to have a meeting at some point. You, me, and Sai get together, and we're just going to talk.
Yeah,
cool.
I want you both in it somehow. So yeah.
Cool. Fuck yes, man. You got all these different artists. Now I feel like I kind of got to do something. You got Tyler. You got Ichthey.
Oh yeah.
Is that how you say it? I never say his name right.
Ichthys.
Ichthys.
So like that.
I apologize. I've always just called you like Itchy. Like Itchy and Scratchy.
Itchy.
He's a good sport about people saying it wrong.
So okay, I'm gonna remember this. Kayla, I am so sorry that you have to run, but thank you so much for coming out.
Have a good night, Kayla.
Silver says, I need to do a Bella hand turkey. I'm calling dibs. Well, you
should.
Well, you know what? We're gonna make all of this stuff work. It's just you said this is probably down the road a bit, right?
So Brandon finally got back from the Kickstarter he was helping out with. We are gonna be probably finished in the next month or two.
Shit. Okay, cool.
But I want it to be I want to have a copy in my hand that I know looks good before I even start a campaign. So
okay.
And
So
this is by Jason
Shae.
Crampton, who is the other character artist, but I can't show you anything he's done yet because it would be spoilers. But he's awesome. He's at Haunted Foxes on Instagram. He's also done a piece for Adam Lawson for the 8th. He did that teacher, that blonde teacher. With
yes.
Yes.
She's a bitch, but yes.
Yes.
Sorry,
yes.
Adam Lawson's my boy. So I got really into the 8th, and then I was like, I'm not reading anymore until I have the physical copy. I was but I hate this bitch of a teacher.
I'm at the same point.
Dude, you have a lot of really badass art. Look at you, Tyler Carpenter.
Well, I wanted to, when I was putting this together for today, I wanted to put in as thanks for all the people who have done any sort of work for these characters, which means the world to me. It really does. There's one by Nicholas Mueller, because I'm a teacher in the lowest paying state in the country, so it takes me a while to be able to afford this stuff. So
right.
For people to do stuff like that, it moves me so much.
Yeah, I might have to. I just started doing fan art that doesn't look like garbage, so I'm gonna.
Shae, you could so knock this out.
Yeah,
right out of the park.
Yeah. I'm kind of thinking like homegirl here.
So while you're looking, I wanted to say 4 patches, because I'm not super into exclusives in this moment for campaigns. I wanted to offer people in your group, whatever that group is that makes people's names different colors, I wanted you to be able to pick who or what you wanted as a patch, and it would be exclusive to people who have the book and are a part of your group, whatever that's called.
Our membership circle.
Yes.
It's our Valkyries.
Yes. So I wanted to throw that out to you.
Oh, Paul, you're Stop buttering us up. I mean, don't though, but like, you know, I feel like I have to say it, otherwise I'm just like a horrible person.
It's all right. It's been noted that you said it, and now we can move
Exactly,
on.
we can move on and know that I said it, but I didn't mean it. I'm super stoked for this. So like, I kept hearing about Bump Back, and literally I would see like one tiny portion of one panel. That would be all I would see, right? And this is all that I hear. Bump Back is going to be amazing. You just get in on Bump Back. And I was like,
but
what?
Yeah, this is my first ever comic. I usually write screenplays. This is my first go at this, so I'm nervous about that part, but I'm also really excited.
Yeah, I'm super stoked for this. I'm on board. Okay, when we do this, part of this is us getting like a little bit of a preview of campaigns and stuff, and so we can like reach back out and get people on and like figure out timelines and all that.
Yeah.
And then part of it is me trying to budget, and y'all are fucking me up right now. Like, we are gonna need some memberships and some super chats and get some merch. Come on, guys! Like, because Shae's got a lot of shit to buy all of a sudden. This stuff looks amazing. This looks awesome. All right, we got 3 minutes left. Do you have anything else that you want to talk about with this?
Bump Back related or just in general?
You got 3 minutes.
Okay, so first off, thank you so much.
He finally taught me how to say your name.
youarethebomb.com. So I will say for Bump Back, it really is, base level. Think of like Shrek. It's an onion. Base level, monsters fighting monsters. If that's all you want out of a book, you're going to enjoy this. If you hate having to know like an entire series in order to enjoy a book later on, just know that there's going to be sets to where you don't have to know everything. If you have one book that you really like in the series, you'll be able to go for that. So know that's coming. That's awesome. Addition to that, as you can tell when you click on my mailing list page, it also says Battle Hippie Connoisseur. That's because I have another series in the works called Sunchild, which is part of the Demon Hunter Raven universe that you can check out. He is my battle hippie, who is gonna be, he's gonna have his small little corner that you can check out and enjoy as part of that. And the only reason the reason I said that you want to back the deluxe version of Demon Hunter Raven Chapter 3 is because the only way you're going to get that very first snippet is by backing the deluxe edition, which has a 6-page story of Sunchild, which is a great little introduction to what you got going on. And I think my time's just about up, so I'm
just about. Fantastic.
Frog G coming through with the link.
I know, that's the thing. If Frog G just throws the links out,
I gotta throw some love to Nick. So
I think I backed at that tier. I think I'm gonna have to go back and check, and it's gonna take a while. I have to scroll back a couple pages because it was a while ago.
Understand. I bought an extra copy if you need it.
Okay, so this is the name that you have trouble saying. It's Ichthy, right?
Ichthys.
Oh,
pretend the 5 is an S.
Oh, okay.
There you go. See, you trying to throw shade like, oh, you can't say this. You said it wrong. What now?
It's Ichthy 5. Like Johnny 5.
I am super stoked for this. So, obviously, we got a lot to talk about now. So make sure that you hit us up, and all you watching, go to the sign up page. Sign up now. It's going to be awesome.
At 75 subscribers, we choose a random person to draw in as a background character. Sorry, I forgot to mention that in one of 3 possible stories. Sorry.
So just do the thing with the stuff like right now. It just makes sense. Paul, thank you so much for hanging out with us. You are awesome.
Oh, I
You're
appreciate
super
it.
awesome.
You're both awesome too. Thank you both.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we will talk to you soon.
Bye.
Deep breath. All right.
Pull down.
So here's the funny thing is I feel like we're going to be networking like so fucking crazy because the next person we're bringing on is another person that we need to talk to off air about a whole bunch of shit that we want to do. And he's already backstage laughing at this because he knows because I've been trying to talk to him for about a month.
Time to stop
and I'm
making
just
awesome shit.
Scatterbrained. So we're going to bring out, I'm him the Man of Metal. This is the Man of Metal. This Phoenix animation.
Hey, what's up,
What?
guys? How's it going?
It's going.
What an intro!
Fucking awesome. It's great.
What an intro to come on. That's awesome.
This is
I'm
so
just-
hilarious because your mouth isn't matching your audio, so you're so like a Japanese movie right now.
Oh, that's great. I'm definitely dubbed.
Okay, just do some like really awesome moves and then say a line.
All right, who's destroying downtown Tokyo
I was
right
just
now?
with you. Yeah, right.
Look at Silver goes,
Oh, man.
metal patches! I don't think that's a thing.
Yeah.
It's got
I
to be a
think those
thing.
rust.
I think it could be a thing because you could do the same thing that you used to make like button imprints on the corners of the pad.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah,
all
that
right.
just brought me an idea. So all right,
We're
I'm
just-
cool with that.
We're just gonna create
Shout out to
random
Silver.
shit now.
I'm trying to. Oh man, I'm working on a lot of stuff. A lot of really
Yeah,
cool,
you are a busy
different metal stuff.
busy- Okay.
Yeah.
One of those things that you're working on is the take two for Galden.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And I do have a screen share because I figured I'd go the mailing list page. I'm still working on right now, but I still have everything from the old one, and then I'll show off some of the art that's not on either campaign.
Yeah, that would be great. So,
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about this for people who didn't see this the first time, because I remember this had that
Yeah.
insanely detailed draw interiors.
Yes.
Where like those were they like brothers that got drawn in? Or?
No, they were just so the two guys that the two guys that are there in the middle page, they're rival bartenders from my area that both were like, we're gonna toss $150. We want to be in this book, and so yeah, I'm gonna make them.
So like, do bartenders in Miami just all have the same kind of look? Because they look related, like super.
Well, I'm in Washington D.C.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say like they both looked almost identical, and I saw you were like, "Here's the reference photo," and I was like, "They still look identical. Like this isn't like bad art. They like copied them.
Yeah.
These two are like long lost brothers that just don't know it."
There you go.
All right,
Cool.
you go.
Yeah.
You go with
So
your bad thought.
the story of Galden. So basically, at the very beginning, we follow our main character. This is 1,000 years in the future. Demons have ruled the earth for 1,000 years, and humanity's on the brink of extinction. They don't know what happened or why, but they just, most of humanity is living in small settlements or cave systems and just basically trying to survive. We go along through the story, and our main character wakes up in a prison cell with a bunch of other people he's never met, and he learns about this tournament called the Rendicon. And what the Rendicon is a tournament between the 25 best humans and the 25 best demons to see who rules the earth for 1,000 years, for the next 1,000 years.
Damn.
And so basically they learn the origin of what happened. So basically in my world, humans and demons used to coexist on the same planet. And the king from the city of Atlantis decided to get greedy. He had a scientist develop a machine to transport all the demons to another dimension so he could be the sole ruler of Earth. Our celestial beings come down and they're like, hey, we didn't design this planet this way, bring them back. And that's what you see here on this page with the three guys approaching the king here. And they're like, we didn't design the planet this way. And the king's basically kind of like, we've got our technology, we don't need them and we don't need you. And they're like, okay, well, we'll check you on that real quick. So we're going to make this tournament to see who who's basically the strongest and who deserves to rule the earth. So the demon race won the first tournament, and that's why the city of Atlantis no longer exists. And then humanity won the following one. And then we kind of give references through history, like the gladiator games and some stuff from like Japanese culture and stuff that are going to basically them emulating stuff that goes on in this tournament. And then basically we're going to show that during the dark ages of humanity, when humanity lost 90% of the information it had, the information that this tournament existed was lost. So when we hit the 2020 tournament and everything goes to shit, we lose hard.
Awesome.
And,
All right, real quick.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Calvary Collective, for the $5. Says, thank you both again. You're both incredibly kind and awesome, crossing off a bucket list item tonight. Hun, you are way too sweet. And then Frog G with the all-important question. Will this tournament have Shae-talities? I'm so happy that this just got said.
We're deep in the lore now.
Shae-tality.
Super deep in the lore.
There's a piece that Mike McMahon made, and we're getting it colored. It's just going to take a little bit, but once we get it colored, it's coming up as merch. I basically ripped Sai's little cyborg heart out, and Sai's in the background, super pissed, like a little foot tapping, and looks like they're about to kill me. And we called it Shae-tality. So that just made me happy. Anyway, So are you screen sharing some of the other art?
Yeah, from the original campaign. I was just going to kind of go through the original real quick, and then I'll show some of the other art that wasn't there before. That's like new pages that have been done in the meantime. So let's do that.
Awesome.
All right, so yeah, we've got a lot of cool stuff with this with the campaign as it's going to come along. So here is the original. We weren't quite there. So basically, after Indiegogo took their share, I was at about $2,600 in the 5. So when I do the new campaign, it's going to be at $2,400. But yeah, here's some of the artwork. This is a preview talking about the stuff that happened that I already went over. You can see some of the art here. This is when this is 2020. This is the guy walking through Stonehenge and then seeing this bright light, and the guy's like, "We lost." And boom, this demon comes out of nowhere. And
like
the main
That's
character
so cool.
here. Yeah, it's like a bat-like demon.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's kind of like their lesser form demons. So he's just kind of like the first wave. So you can imagine what the other demons are going to look like. They're going to be super sick. So our character wakes up. It's almost 1,000 years later. He's talking about how humanity's on the brink of extinction and stuff like that. And so right here, you kind of get a little preview that something's not exactly right with our main character here. He goes from this to this. And so as we go through, here is the first preview of the Demon Lord, the guy that rules everybody, like all the demons. And then these are where our celestial beings come in, and this is the drawn-in tier that you were talking about here.
I'm telling you, they look like brothers. Like the 3 of them could be like siblings of various, like each of them a year apart or something. It's so funny. Anyway.
Sure, Shae.
That's awesome.
It makes me giggle.
So we actually, when we got a bunch more, I actually had I had 14 people sign up on the Become a Character tier. Because the cool thing is you're going to be fighting these demons along with our main character in this tournament. So you're going to have a backstory, and you're not going to only survive this book, but you'll go on into the other books that I do in this series. And so you had the people that backed that tier had the ability to last, they could last 6 or all 7 books. And this first book's going to be 140 pages.
Holy shit.
So yeah, it's
first
quite a
book
large
is going to
book.
be a spider killer.
Yep. Let me show you guys some of the other arts I got. Where are you? That's weird for some reason. It's not showing. Here we go. So, oops. Let's see here. So this is a full form of our Demon Lord here.
Wow.
Oh,
and
that
then,
is so
so
cool.
while they're going through this tournament, something's going to happen, and our main character is going to awaken this demon dormant blood that he has, and he's going to basically transform into this guy in the middle of the tournament. So he's going to be a hybrid.
That's so cool. You kind of made him almost look like a shark.
A little bit, yeah. We put some little, because we tried to make it similar to like this guy's razor sharp, pieces here to kind of show this demonic form, but in a way that's, since it's dormant and it's very recessed demon genes, you know, we don't want to make them like super strong right out of the gates. Just a little bit of stuff that brings it out.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. I like that. I like the detail in the face where like his lower jaw kind of changes.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
Yeah, he gets a stronger jaw. Obviously, if he's a demon, he's going to be fighting. He's going to take some hits to the face, and you can't get knocked out. Like that's not good. It's not good. So here's some more stuff here. Just them learning about the Rendicon from one of the celestial beings that's telling them why they're there, and this is kind of like homage to the Gladiator games here that they're talking about, and then how in 2020 humanity came too reliant on technology again, and so without the knowledge and the dependency on technology, they weren't strong enough to win the next tournament. And so all these people here are becoming character people. Let's say, and then this guy right here, you guys know Eddie Winkler?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
He did Sovereign Wolf.
Yeah,
he decided to back the become a character perk, and he ended up getting this guy here. It's paying homage to his father who passed away. Aww. And so this is one of our he's an ethereal being. Basically his story is that he was one of the fighters in the previous tournament, and he died trying to save a teammate in the tournament. And basically before everything, before he died, he asked the celestial beings if he could stay behind to help humanity through the next tournament. And so he kind of guides our heroes and stuff through everything they need to know about what's going on and about this tournament, and helping heal them after fights and stuff like that.
That is a really cool way to kind of pay homage to somebody that you love that has passed away. That's really neat. And I think it's cool that you made him like the, good, like the helper character. He's the one that like keeps them all going. That's so cool.
Yep. Yeah. It was cool. Once he said it, because I knew I wanted to have somebody to kind of be like the guiding force for these people. Like we don't want to just throw them to the wolves and be like, all right, well, good luck,
Mm-hmm.
And then when he told me, when he backed the perk and he told me about his father, like immediately, like the story for this guy just hit me. Like, okay, cool. This is what we're doing. So yeah, and then one of the cool things we did for some of the people that backed the character perk and had like families, we actually put a family photo in. So we're kind of talking about, the reasons why they're going to fight and why they're going to win and their motivations and stuff. And so we actually pulled out like family photos and stuff.
Oh, that's neat.
Because the cool thing is later on after, so the first two books are going to cover like the tournament and stuff, and then the conclusion, and then there's about 7 books to the story. So they'll actually afterwards, when they go back home and kind of have their family life, their family members will actually get to be little characters that make appearances here and there. So
that has got to be one of the most that's like the most elaborate drawn interior I think I've ever heard of.
Yeah, I really wanted this to be my first, obviously this is my first campaign. I really wanted to make it special for people, and I wanted people to know that, this is something that like, it's real people got to be in here and got to be characters, and they get to, kind of like that connected feeling to the story and follow as the next books continue in the series. And I'm actually having cards made. So obviously, I'm the metal guy, and so having different character cards done, and they'll also be done in metal. And so I'm going to have like a metal trading card tier.
Oh, very cool.
I also have Dean James from The Embrace.
Mm-hmm.
And Donkey Madness with Shotgun Samurai. They're both drawing variant covers. But their variant covers are going to be almost the same. So one, Donkey Madness is doing where Galden, my main character, is in his normal form, and there's going to be 4 people behind him, and then the Demon Lord guy behind them. The one that Dean James is doing has Galden in his demon form, 4 different characters in the back, but kind of bloodied up post-fight, and then our Demon Lord in like this crazy messed up, pose. Because the cool thing I'm doing is you can either have the regular cover, have one of those, or I'm going to set up a lenticular cover so you can see either or depending on what.
Oh, that's cool.
That'll be cool. And then Jose Garcia is actually making a cover as well.
Damn, look at you. You're just like cherry picking all the good ones. I love it.
Well, Jose offered. He's like, dude, I want to make you a cover of this book. I love this book. Let's do it.
You don't say no to Jose. When Jose's like, I'd like to, you go, yes, sir. Absolutely. You do it because he's amazing.
You just draw it, man. Don't even tell me. It's fine. Like, just do what you want, buddy. So one of the things that I wanted to do, since the campaign didn't quite make it, and we're doing this mailing list, is everybody who signs up to the mailing list and backs, and everybody who backed the physical or higher original tier is going to get this metal trading card of one of our celestial beings.
Oh, wow.
On metal. And the art and everything, the coloring and stuff was done by Barbusco Studios. You may know them. They were doing some colors for Red Gaze on Sunswarm.
Uh-huh.
They're doing the metal cards. And they're going to be coloring the cover that Dean James is doing.
That's awesome. The background of that is like, it just so lends itself to the metal. Yeah. It's so pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's cool.
I know. I love it. The second it came in, I was like, yes, immediately. I love this.
You're like, that one.
I need to give this to everybody. This is perfect. Yep. So, yeah,
holy cow.
That's everything. Yeah. I went into the original Galden one. I didn't really know anybody in CG. Really wasn't. And I did like an opening without really talking to anybody, and then started promoting. I didn't do a mailing list. I didn't do anything. And
you did a soft launch.
So very soft launch.
No, we hate it soft. Always hard launches.
I know. There you go. Hard launch. That's it.
Yeah.
So I'm
just gonna put it on a T-shirt so we can stop.
Actually, there you go. And I think it was you, Shae, that had talked to me originally about it when Galden was closing. You're like, "Are you going to relaunch?" I think you, Ryan Wynn, and a bunch of other people that are more experienced in this than I am were like, "You should relaunch." I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, that's a great idea. That way, because it's going to be kind of expensive to make this book, especially 140 pages." And there was so much more I didn't realize I could do that afterwards I'm like, okay, cool, because we're also going to do the covers as metal. Obviously, I'm having a bunch of metal tiers as well. So yeah, I've got a lot planned for this series.
Yeah, this is a really interesting kind of take, because you're going with kind of that whole, like you were saying, it's like the gauntlet, and there's so much mythology around this idea of like, what if there was a tournament, and then that decides how the world is run for the next like however many years. And so I love that you're kind of doing that, but it seems like a really interesting book. This definitely seems interesting.
Yeah. Thank you. There's going to be a lot going into this storyline, especially after the tournament. There's going to be a lot of development that goes on, and there's going to be a really cool ending message to the story. I've got it already lined out, because I've had this idea in my head for like 6 years now.
Nice.
And so I'm finally like committed to putting this down on paper and metal.
And metal on paper, and of course metal, because I can't not and do metal prints.
Well, I'm actually thinking. Yeah, well, I'm thinking, since one of the things that for the Embrace, since it hit over 10K, Dean James actually ordered to have a copy of the Embrace completely done in metal. I might have a tier where parts of the book or most of the book is in metal. I don't know. It's 140 pages, but maybe I'll do this like the cover as a metal cover and like a wraparound. Yeah, do like a perfect binding with the metal.
That's crazy.
I know.
All right, so if you want to get in on an absolutely insane campaign, make sure that you sign up for Galden's Take Two to help get him to that 5K and make sure that he doesn't go out of pocket. Thank you so much, Phoenix, for hanging out with us.
Yes, thank you for having me. been wanting to do this for a while.
And we'll
Of
DM you
course.
later on to get the things made that we want to get made.
Well, yeah, we'll hit you up
Definitely.
soon. I got to figure out
I'm
someone
here.
who can scan this at the right size.
There we go. Well, I've got Clip Studio Paint, so if you get it scanned, I can move everything and make it.
Perfect. All right. Thank you so much.
Take care.
You're welcome. See you later, guys.
Alrighty. We are now.
Deep breath.
Are you ready for this? I don't know if we're ready for this.
Y'all
These
ready
two
for
are
this?
like us. All right, we got Indie Dave and Rare Logic. Holy shit. Hello, guys. How are you? Look, just the shit backstage with the two of you. I don't even know. Okay.
Somebody's got to put Dave in his place, so
That's
I
It's
might as
like
well do that.
us, except it's reversed because she's not on camera and he is.
Yeah, precisely. Alrighty, so we're here for Daughters of Vengeance, which is the sneaky little thing that you guys were working on and didn't tell me until you told the rest of Twitter, and I'm not at all upset at that at all. Not at all. What is the Daughters of Vengeance?
Dave, we can't hear you, buddy.
Dave, you're muted. Not in StreamYard.
Aw, man.
How much shit were you talking before we realized that you were muted?
All the shit.
Damn.
No, Daughters of Vengeance is a story of hot chicks, bikers, werewolves. It's about a young girl. It's about sisterhood. A young girl is her family is killed by werewolves. She barely manages to escape, but is scratched on the leg. She is saved by one of a group of biker chick werewolf hunters called the Daughters of Vengeance.
I'm in.
That scratch means that she has to be treated before she turns into a werewolf.
Okay.
And the Daughters of Vengeance know just how to handle that. And eventually the werewolves come to get her because she could potentially be another werewolf. And she has to basically decide between becoming this powerful creature of the night or staying with her new family, which is the Daughters of Vengeance. And there's going to be a lot of lore and a lot of there's a real decision point for her to make in the story.
Okay. And you're not going to tell us any more than that.
Oh, I'll tell you whatever you want. You ask whatever question. What we got right there in the front is the cover of the book.
Yeah.
That girl in the front, that's Amber. She is the one who is scratched by the werewolf.
Got you.
And she has a family connection to werewolves that she's not aware of. The girl to the right there, that is Georgia. She is our She-Hulk character. She is supernaturally strong. The one right in the top there, that's Julieta. And her whole family has been hunting monsters of all kinds. So she's been doing it her whole life. And on the right, I get that right? On the left is Georgia. On the right is Alicia. And she is a witch doctor. But she was a real doctor. She was in med school, and her parents were killed by werewolves. And when she went to their funeral, she met her grandmother, who was into like that kind of hoodoo stuff from Jamaica. And she handed her a book of magic and basically told her that there are things that that most people don't know about regarding, the supernatural and stuff. So she leaves med school and joins a biker gang with and that's where she meets Julieta.
As women will do, leave med school for biker gangs.
That's right.
Normal.
That sounds like something I would do.
Well, what she does is she seeks out monster hunters, and that's the group that she finds. So she and a lot of this is kind of backstory that we glance over in the book, but that's basically her background. And then she becomes like a witch doctor. That's her power, and she is the leader of the Daughters of Vengeance.
Awesome.
All right. Rare.
Yes.
What is your part of this Daughters of Vengeance? I'm very curious.
I'm a glorified gopher.
Oh.
So I'm going to be editing. I'm going to be lettering, hopefully. I'm building the website. So if you guys find messed up stuff, that's my fault. Don't get me fired. Yeah, I'm kind of do a little bit of everything. I'm going to be designing some of the t-shirts and merch and all that fun stuff too at some point here soon.
You're the Shae.
I am a little bit of Shae and I'm a little bit of you too.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
She designed the DOV logo that you see there in the book.
Oh, really? Look at you. Yeah, I like it.
Thank you.
That's very cool. All right.
Patches
So
because it's a biker club.
Hmm?
Patches because it's motorcycle chicks. Got
Oh
it.
yeah, I think Patches is definitely going to be on the list of
Oh yes, patches is a must.
Yeah,
I am already working on patch designs because, yes, bikers and
Because
leather.
Rare knows us.
and Rare and I are friends, and she's like, I just don't want to hear Shae say it. So
Let me preemptively start designing here.
we started having people reach out to us, and they were like, "Hey, do you think I could get on your channel?" Yes, I have a patch design. I'm like, thank you. See, now that's one question. I'm gonna ask it again, but at least now I know the answer, so I don't have to be upset on air. It's fine. This seems really awesome. When are you guys hoping to go live with it?
we're waiting for all of the artwork to be done first, at least all of the line work.
Okay.
I've been part of. I've watched other campaigns, and I've been part of another campaign that's late, obviously. And I've learned if you don't have the stuff done ahead of time, then any number of things can get between. When you want to actually release the book,
right?
When you want to actually start shipping. So hopefully, we're looking at probably June, July, maybe.
Oh, that's not that far. That's not that far.
No, but
That's
he's.
awesome.
I mean, our artist, Artsider. He's a good worker. He's and he does great stuff.
He does.
Arch is amazing, and you guys aren't allowed to steal him. So
I won't steal him. I might borrow him for like a little bit.
Maybe we'll see.
Listen here. We'll talk, okay? Woman to woman, we'll have a conversation, and then you'll see that I'm right. It's fine.
Yeah.
Shae will win, right?
and that's the other reason that Shae's working for me. The other reason that Rare's working for me.
Yeah. No, already said it.
Too late. I heard it. This is really cool. So, do you guys have more art, or are you intentionally waiting?
As a matter of fact, let me see. I'll show you. That's a cover which we already seen, and then I'll share out the other pages that we got. We'll share 3 pages for you. How's that sound?
Okay, that sounds great.
All right, so let me see. Where's that?
I really like whoever this guy is.
That's Artsider. That's his.
That's just his Abby? I like his Abby. I think the last time I saw him, it was a picture of him, so it was like his Abby.
That was the only one I was able to find that was public. So,
yeah,
I figured I would just post that one. It actually, if you click on his name on the website, it should take you to his Twitter profile if I did it correctly.
We'll test it for you real quick.
All right.
Look at that. It sure does.
I'm not fired.
Yay! Okay.
Right. If you share my screen, we got one of the pages. I'll explain what's going on here. Let me see here. This is where Julieta is the one who saved Amber from the initial werewolf. And that's Julieta kicking in the door and bringing her in the room and saying, hey, they're wondering what's going on. And you got Georgia here cleaning the tractor, fixing the tractor all by herself. They put her on the table to assess what's going on. You can see on her leg she's got the scratches, and then you see they're getting some stuff together to treat it. The thing with the werewolf curse is if you get scratched or bitten, as far as they know, even her as a witch doctor, there's no cure. So what they can do is treat it, and if you treat it in time, then they have a better chance, the victim has a better chance of controlling it. And if they don't treat it, and everybody is a little bit different. It's not the medicine behind it's not an exact science. So it all depends on body weight, body chemistry, all that kind of stuff. But since Amber has a history, at least a family history with the werewolves, then the treatment will affect her especially differently. So she's a little special. That's one of the little secrets we're keeping in the book.
Very cool.
Yeah. Let me see. We'll go
It's
to.
good. It's good. It's good work.
Yeah, I'm very happy. Archsider's a really great guy. He's really easy to work with. He turns in his stuff, and I'm just always really happy with it. Everything he turns in.
He does women really interestingly too. Like they're not. It's not like every woman's a complete bombshell. Like holy shit. But they're not like frumpy like plain Janes. Like he does it where it's like they're very interesting and they all have their own little quirks. And they're still really pretty, but they're not like super dolled up plastic Barbie look that so many comics do.
Yeah, we went through the different character designs. We're like, all right, this is the character and this is how we like it to be. And he turned in a few of the initial designs, and then he was like, hey, would you mind if I made him a little more, the term he used was Disneyfied. Would you mind if, because he wanted to experiment. I'm like, yeah, experiment away. We want it to look good. We want it to look different from everybody else.
Right.
So, yeah, so these are, this is a page. That's Amber. They put her to bed because of the treatment. It basically one of the things they have to do is put a brand on her, and that brand is they all have it. Well, Julieta and Alicia have the brand, and if you get it before you're bit, then the infection won't take. So it's basically a brand of protection. If you get the brand after you've been bit, that's part of the treatment. That helps kind of stave the infection away. And since Georgia gets her superpowers, her super strength, supernaturally, she's naturally immune to like vampires and werewolves and that kind of stuff. So she doesn't need any of that brand stuff. She's just super strong through supernatural nature. One of the things I love is this first view. You see in the top two, in the beginning of the book, she goes through a real transformation, Amber. She starts off as a young girl, and I mean, she's still going to be the same age. It's only going to be over a couple of weeks or a few weeks. But she starts
pretty
off
innocent and naive. In the beginning of the book, she's pretty innocent and naive. Yeah,
exactly. And she's got that long hair, and she decides she needs to change her whole thing because her family's died. And, she needs to kind of forget her whole life as much as she can. So she changes her whole look. So she goes from the long hair that you can see in the mirror and brings it to short hair.
There you go, Shae.
Nice.
And kind of there's a little bit of funny in the book. We try to keep it more serious. Oddity, which was the other book I'm working on.
Right.
That one's straight comedy. This one's going to be a little more serious, but we throw in a few little jokes. And one of the little jokes is all these clothes they gave her because she was like in a nightgown. So they gave her some clothes, and all the clothes were too big on her. So she cuts all the clothes down to fit. And those were Alicia's pants. And George is like, "Oh, you look great, hon." And Alicia's like, "Those are my favorite pants."
You never, like, every girl worth her weight knows you never loan out your actual favorite clothes to any other girl ever. Period. It's room for disaster. So really, I don't feel bad for her losing her favorite pants. That's her own fault.
Then,
oh my goodness.
And then for this last page, this is kind of the origin of the werewolves are actually called the Fenris.
Mhm.
And they are of Viking origin. 1,000 years ago, if you look at in this first panel, we see she's basically Amber's going to be asking about what scratched her because she thought monsters like were in movies and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And you see Julieta, and Julieta's explaining, well, you ain't never seen a monster with a movie describe these monsters. And she's like, back in the day, like 1,000 years ago, the Viking tribes would have a patron god. So one would be like the tribe of Odin, one would be the tribe of Thor. And you can see here the two, and what they would do is pit the tribes against each other like action figures, basically. And so they would do that for sport. And in this third frame, you see, but there was one tribe that angered Odin above all else because it was Fenrir, who was basically a dog. He was a wolf. And he didn't, and it was foretold in Ragnarok that Fenrir would kill Odin. So he took great offense that a tribe would go under Fenrir. And so he pitted all of the other tribes against them, drove them away, and then turned them into werewolves. And then, and that's what you see in this fourth panel here. And then that what they were called was Manashlava. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I think it's Norwegian for moon slave. That's what they were. That was what he called them, the moon slaves. They would be slaves to the moon. And then in the bottom one, she's like, but we just call them Fenris because it's easier to pronounce.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I really like that. It's very. There's a lot of really striking parts of that panel. That's really of those panels. It's really awesome.
Yeah, I try to tell. There's a lot of kind of explaining going on. You have to explain the origins and stuff. And I imagined it being a lot. I didn't want a lot of sitting around the table talking. So whenever we explain, like when we explained the lore, I said, well, let's instead do like she can still explain it, but we'll do a flashback kind of panel of what happened back in the day. So whenever they go into lore and that kind of stuff, you'll see more flashback and action than just people sitting around a table talking.
Right.
Shae, you need to cosplay that one on the bottom right with the huge hat.
That was the one I was looking at anyway.
Okay.
Yes, the main character has red hair, but she's hot. she's like super hot, and I like the hat, and I like her look.
Bad prints aside, I'm glad we're on the same page.
Yeah, very, very much so. All right, so we got just under 2 minutes left. Is there anything else that you guys really want to plug about Daughters of Vengeance?
Yeah, check out the website and sign up for the mailing list, and that'll keep you up to date. We're going to work on some stuff, some real incentives for signing up for the mailing list. So you're going to want to be on the mailing list when we make some announcements here in the future. We might have some trading card giveaways, stuff like that. We're talking about a couple of things, nothing right at the moment until we look into some stuff, but we want some real good prizes, incentives for signing up, and then signing up for the book.
That is awesome. I'm super excited to see this. Do you guys already know what channel you're launching on?
We've already started working on the Indiegogo page, so that's in the works right now. As far as launching the book, what channel?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've had some offers.
Oh, really? Rare. You handle that, okay?
Okay.
Okay. No, seriously, I'm very excited to see this, and I can't wait to have you guys back on and to talk more about the Daughters of Vengeance and see more awesome art and maybe some colors and some awesomeness to come. So thank you both so much, and to force Rare to talk a hell of a lot more. In fact, I'm just not going to invite Dave back. It'll just be Rare and be like, ready, go.
I think
I know, but then
Rare,
I'll
you're
get
going to be on the show on
fired.
Friday, aren't you?
Huh?
I think Rare's going to be on the show on Friday. Without
Yeah,
me.
I just lost the name. One of the open mic nights in our group.
Yeah, are you talking about Regen Cycle?
No.
No.
I'll get in chat with you and remind myself.
We'll talk. All right.
We'll
Well,
talk.
thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We absolutely love having you on, Dave, and it's so nice to finally have Rare on. And everyone go sign up for Daughters of Vengeance. Don't forget, go to the website. There will be more awesome stuff to be had there. So thank you guys so much.
Yeah, hardcastlecomics.com.
All right. Bye-bye, guys. I just booted in mid-sentence.
Links are in the description.
I know it's good. It's good. All right, now this is going to be a little different because I'm sharing all the stuff because we have Brian who is coming on. How are you, sir?
Pretty good. How are you guys doing?
Good. We've got some pretty awesome shit for you. Now you've got a video on your sign up page that I'm about to share. Do you want me to play it?
Yeah. Let's show them everything.
Hell yeah. All right, so let me share audio. Bring this up. So we are here for Airith. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, perfect. You said it perfect. Yeah, awesome.
Yes. Every now and then my linguistic skill doesn't fail me. All right, we're going to watch the video, and then I'm going to let you talk. And I'll just hop around because you sent me a bunch of stuff to show. You tell me when to hop, and I'll hop to whatever else I can.
Yeah, I'll show the video, and then I'll jump into what Airith is and what we're doing with it, too.
Heck yeah. Okay.
And language warning, just in case.
Nah, you're good.
I didn't ask for this. I never asked to be a killer. That is what she wanted. And she created such a monster that over time, I learned to enjoy it. I learned to revel in the hunt. I yearned for it. The look in their eyes, the smell of the soul leaving the flesh, the taste of the fear in their blood. I will never understand myself. At least he wanted to understand me. He knew how to make a cyberganic girl tingle in places that tingles can happen with a single cocky wink of the eye. Hell, he didn't even mind all the hairspray. What a winner. But he did give me love, and his love gave me light. His love gave me a reason. I once heard that love is selflessly giving your breath away to allow someone else to breathe. And I did that. He did that. But it was so mierda. And now, he must die, pinche gringo pendejo! You pissed off the wrong mujer, motherfuckers! I am asked the same question all the fucking time. What is it that I want? And the truth? The truth is, all I wanted was what all girls that have a thirst for blood want. A goddamn Delia's catalog and some fucking tacos. And when I get a hold of you, te voy a meter el culo por la boca tan duro que vas a probar el desayuno de ayer por una semana, coño! Not even 10 sana colita de ranas could save you from my wrath.
I don't know what she said, but she's pissed.
I know some of what she said, and she's pissed.
Yeah, you don't want to piss off a Latina girl on her wedding day and then fuck over her taco cart. So,
fucking hell, I kind of love her. Holy shit! Okay,
yeah, she's
like
pretty
a cross
aggro.
of both of us.
She takes it to an 11 for sure when she gets mad.
There's so much Spanish that just I feel like, where's Carla? We just had her a second ago, like Carla translate. It was just sad. It sounded real spicy.
Yeah, hopefully after this whole thing, there'll be a lot more Spanish speakers in the comic world.
There's a good amount. 656, if you're out there, I'm sure you got a chuckle.
Yeah. So if anybody who speaks Spanish understood that, they're probably laughing their ass off right now because she gets very descriptive of what she's going to do with them and their asses and their mouths. So
perfect. Tony, thank you so much for for the $2. Says, Shae, you're doing a great job. Thank you, Tony. There was question as to my dedication levels, as I'm not doing 7 cosplays changing every 20 minutes. So I appreciate that. All right. Right back over to Brian. What exactly is Airith?
So I don't have an elevator pitch because there is none. It's more of, people say, what's Airith? And I go, it's just a ride, jump on, and fucking experience the most weirdest thing you've ever seen in your life. I tried explaining it on a couple of other streams. To break it really down in the rawest form, it's my therapy. This whole story is notes that I wrote since elementary school. I grew up in a shitty town, went to shitty schools, dealt with shitty people until I moved out. So if I had like a really bad day at school, being dyslexic and high functioning Asperger's, like, you have a lot of bad days at school because people don't really understand the shit you do. So I'd go home and I would like change what happened in the bad day and turn it into this like fantasy world. Oh, if I got jumped, it was, no, this guy Rafa was going through this Badlands and these bad guys came and tried to attack him and he defeated them, and it just kind of built up that way. So probably until my last year of college, which was my first year of college, I was writing these notes and kind of lost them until about 10, 12 years ago. Tried compiling them into a story, really didn't work all that great. Rewrote it again about 2 years ago. My buddy said, dude, you need to write this the way you want to write this, but in comic book form. Like, fuck, dude, I don't think anybody can, no one's going to be able to take what I want out of my head and put it on comic form. And I met this homeboy, Nicholas, from Argentina, and he was like, dude, let me try to do something. And he drew the first page from the first comic, or the first tape, and he just understood the severity of like autism in my head and like threw it on paper. So the whole story right now, it's you're being introduced to the main characters, a couple of the baddies. And the first like season is very light, comedic, and I've been telling everyone next season it just gets fucking dark, like really, 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 really dark. The dialogue in the comic book is very like how my friends and I talk. It's just bantering, shit talking all day, and people were kind of giving me crap about how I wrote it because it's not really in the form you're supposed to write comics. And I'm like, dude, I only know how to, my vocabulary is very limited. 2, my education is very limited. And 3, my ADD is very limited. So I need to write these in a way that I'm comfortable with. So I just said, how do I bring someone from my life? So everybody in the comic is someone from my life, or multiple personalities from people put into one. So every conversation you see is based off of some kind of conversation I've had with friends, but just blown up to the most craziest level possible. And there's the Spanish part in there. I grew up, I didn't know I was white until I started getting my ass kicked for being white in high school. So
nice.
The culture is just really mixed in here. And my whole thing is I want to expose more of the Latin culture in not the normal form, because no one's ever kind of seen the gringos aspect of growing up in that world, and kind of how we appreciate those cultures and how we see it. I mean, I didn't have a friend who I went over their house where their grandmother wasn't like making tortillas and like feeding us tamales and stuff. So it's just like my life put on this page, and it's just really odd and weird. Maybe it's some psychosis. I don't know. We'll see. But I just been having a lot of fun with it.
I love that panel on the left. Don't forget you owe me a fuck ton of tacos.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing is, so I hear what you're saying where you're like, people are giving me shit because I wrote it not really how you write comics. Anybody who says that about a creative process, or like, that's not how comics are done, then you know what? You aren't innovative enough. Right. Because comics are so varied and there's so much that you can do in one. Just because it's not maybe DC's way of writing, DC's fucking going under. Who gives a shit? Do something new. Bring life to this shit. And if you're passionate about it and it's your world, that's what I want. I want to read your world. I want to know like what's in your head, and
Right.
I kind of want to know that there's people that are more fucked up than me, a little bit. Because reading other people's stuff, and you're like, I don't know where the fuck you came up with that shit, but okay, all right.
Yeah, and the first book I did when I rewrote it, I really held back because I was worried about the language and worried about the actual story. It's going to be too confusing. It's going to be too vulgar. It's going to be too in your face. And I was just talking with the buddy, and he goes, "Dude, you're not like that in person. Why would you put that on paper? Just do whatever you want to do. If people don't like it, fuck them. If they like it, fuck them." Like,
exactly.
That's kind of been the way I grew up. My buddy Brad, who's been a big influence on me, he kind of took that. I was really shy and I sucked in social scenes, and he just told me one day, "Dude, if anybody's got a problem with you, fuck them." And I was like, okay. And ever since then, I haven't had a problem. I go places I need to go, and I don't let people bother me. I've gotten a lot of people trying to get me to get all triggered over the comic. Oh, her tits are too big. And it's like, well, the girls that they're based off of have big tits. Sorry. She's got a potty mouth. She doesn't look like a Latina. It's like, did you grow up in my fucking neighborhood? No. Like, go fuck yourself. So, people were really giving me problems about her look. And I'm like, okay, so
dude, her look's badass.
Thick chicks make you uncomfortable? I'm sorry.
She looks bad fucking ass. Like, she's awesome. And
she got me banned from Facebook ads, and Twitter. Twitter ads.
To be fair, all the really good shit gets you banned from it. It's
okay, good.
Like, we've had. Do you know how many times I've made a bumper for our channel and then YouTube has replaced it with like a random screen grab from the channel because they were like, that was a little bit too spicy. I was like, it was an ass.
Right.
Like, literally, we all have them.
Right.
It was like,
and
you can't tell me that's just not. That might just be tight leggings. You don't know.
Right.
Now you're just being rude. So if you're pissing people off because of how she looks, you're probably doing it right.
Yeah, I just try to remember back, like growing up in high school, we were like pretty punk rock, and we hung out with the gangbangers, and we just pissed people off all the time. So it's like kind of in my blood to just keep it going with pissing people off. The person in chat, they asked a girl from Puerto Rico what pinche gringo meant, and then she told him. That's awesome. And it's cool because I wear that shirt. I'll go to places wearing that shirt, and people will be like, "Hey, PJ Gringo!" And I'm like, "Oh, awesome! This is cool." So it's good.
Yeah, I have no idea what that means.
What's that?
I have no idea what that means.
It means fucking white boy.
Nice. Oh my gosh, you guys! If you do merch,
we do merch.
Do you have this shirt?
Yes, Airith.com. We have shirts. We have everything.
I'm gonna need a link.
Yeah, I'll pop it in the chat.
Hey, I'm not a white boy. I'm a white girl, but I don't give a fuck. It'd be hilarious to watch.
It's the name of his band, so we'll just leave it. Everybody, there's music is very involved with this. When we launched the first tape, the first issue, the album of that tape was supposed to release, and we kind of had an issue with the studio we were working with. So now we're getting it back up. So with every tape release, every issue, quote unquote, a new album gets dropped. So, for example, the girl you heard on that video, she does all the singing for that. So we keep it all, together. She's also going to be the voice for the animated series we're working on and the video game we're working on too. So it keeps it all within this world. That was another thing. Someone posted on Twitter when I was first doing this, and they said, anybody who does a comic and thinks they can do a video game and anything else with it is stupid. And I wrote back, well, I'm fucking stupid. So
good for you,
my whole thing is I'm trying to create a whole world. It's not just a comic book. I want you to read the comic, then go play the game and go, shit, this is the sector that just happened in issue 1. Now I'm driving through it. And then you get to go listen to the music going, oh shit, this is the music from the tape Airith made when she was a teenage pop star when she was 14 years old. So it just kind of just throws this whole world at you. It's not just a comic. I want people to be completely involved with it, just like we're going to be doing these jean jackets that match Rafa's jean jackets and start selling those so people can start being a part of the Double Rainbow Death Punch gang, which is this shirt. which is branded throughout the whole thing too. So we're trying to make our own gang through the comic book as well. So when we go rolling through Comic-Con, it'll be the Double Rainbow Death Punch gang rolling through Comic-Con.
Dude, see, look, hold on. You have no idea how many things you just hit on that I love. I love merchandising, and I fucking love branding. Like, you have no clue. So the fact that you're like, oh, we did this. It's all throughout. I'm like, yes, thank you. This is how it's done.
Right. Well, have you seen what so the comic comes in this? I don't know if you saw that.
What the fuck?
So it actually comes in this tape deck. Yes. And then you're part of the Double Rainbow Death Punch when you get the tape. So this all comes with the comic. So for $11, you're getting not just the comic, but a sticker, a pin, and also this collector box, which actually plays a part in the comic itself. This is tape 1, season 1, tape 1, and this is the album that you'll be able to hear from Airith when she was a teenage pop star when she was 14. So dude, everything awesome. Is this world. Everything we do has a reason. There's numbers in the book. They have a reason. There's colors in the book. They have a reason. There's everything in this book. The series has a reason. What we're doing. Someone asked me, how do we keep track of this? So let's say the new issue, we're on page 3. Maybe there's something I say in there that we're going to be going back on in book 12. So I've already written those parts together so they intertwine and just allow me to make sure that we're expanding on everything that happens, which is why we're also doing mini comic series so you can go and see the lives of each character through their own little mini series as well.
That is awesome. So are you offering like digitally any of the tracks or the music that you've kind of...
Yeah, so everything's on Spotify.
Okay.
So it's free to listen to. I was told the best way, and I said this on B Rose's channel last week. A person said, "You're like a drug dealer. You're giving a bunch of shit for free. You're getting them hooked, and then you're going to start charging them when the good shit comes out." No, I just want everyone to get the stuff in their hands. Someone mentioned in chat, Eric July really digged the comic too. So that was kind of mind blowing. That this is my first attempt at comics, and like one of the comic dudes liked it, and it was almost I shouldn't say almost. It felt so undeserving because I see other dudes that have been doing this and other dudes and dudettes or however you want to call yourself.
We all call them dudes.
Like 10, 15, 20 years. And, I come here and I'm getting a lot of attention and it feels good, but I just don't feel deserving of it. And everyone's telling me you're just killing it. So
that's how you know
I hope I'm doing a good job.
Look, if you create something and people are like, "Wow, that's really good," and you go, "I don't deserve all this praise," that's just how you know you're a creator. That's what that means.
Yeah, and not an egotist.
I don't know if it's your mic or my phone that just went crazy.
Sounds fine to me.
Is anybody else hearing her like a robot?
Nope.
No, it's probably your phone.
Crap. Can I leave and come back real quick? Is that fine?
We only got a minute and a half left.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me perfectly fine?
Yeah, you sound fine. There's not a problem at all for you.
So if you want to, I guess I can go kind of over some things we're going to do for tape 2 as far as in the tiers, if that's cool.
Yeah, as long as you're super quick because you got like a minute.
So we're going to do metal covers, chromo covers. We're going to be doing 3D prints. The video I sent you, a lot of 3D prints. We're going to be doing some giveaway stuff for our video game. And that's about it. Stuff that I can only really talk about until we launch.
Right. I think I can show a little bit of this. We're not going to be able to show the whole thing, but we'll show just a teensy bit of the video that you had sent.
Yeah, this is our homie, the guy who does all our 3D stuff in here. He's just did a quick video to show we're going to be taking her sword. It's going to be a 7-inch sword in a stone. For people to buy. We're going to see if we can run some LEDs through it too so it glows, but we don't know yet.
Wow. Very cool stuff. You are just trying to do all of the things, which is really awesome. And the only thing I'm going to say is make sure that you're really good at pricing your stuff out so you don't end up unintentionally screwing yourself over.
Yeah, that's my whole thing. If I make the money back, I'm fine. This is me just, like I said, a creative outlet to get shit out that I've had held in for a long time. So as long as I make money back, that's all I care.
Well, this looks fucking awesome. And when are you launching?
So we're hoping to launch June 1st.
Okay.
We might go earlier. It just depends on our page count, because our video game's kind of bumping into it right now. So if the game is kind of out of the way, we'll be able to definitely do June 1st.
All right. Well, keep us posted. Let's make sure that we get you back when you're live, because this looks awesome.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you so much for having me, too.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, Brian. Everyone go sign up for Airith Tape 2. Looks like it's going to be amazing, and we will talk to you hopefully very shortly.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. Oh, we are down to our final countdown. The last man, which ironically has a book called The First Man.
What's up?
How are you, Andy?
I'm good. Thank you for having me. I feel like we should be playing It's the Final Countdown.
Right? I'm glad that I got that across.
So
that was how I
think we might have a little trouble with that copyright.
Just a tiny bit.
Just a little bit, yeah. Oh,
like we went against Kesha for the 8 seconds in the beginning of the stream, but I don't think that we could win that at all. I think that they would just hit us hard.
Nah, it's okay. What are you
It's fine. It's fine.
We'd probably get sued by the NFL or something.
Right?
That's right. I hear you. It's all good.
It's
yeah. So thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Of course. So, First Man 2, as in the second.
As in the second one from this.
Yes. Oh, I got this book. Hold on. Show it again. It's pretty.
Oh, the second one from the first. It's so shiny. Yes. So that's the first one, which is available now. So order ship out the next day. So there's the plug for that one. Yeah. First Man 2, Learning Curve. Basically, Luke Henry is the college student that becomes the first man on Earth. I don't want to give away too much from the book that is out now, because if people buy it, I don't want to give away the ending.
Right.
But like in all good stories, he's back on Earth. He is trying to adjust to being a superhero and juggle college life. He goes to New York University, and since he's out and around, he's kind of making waves. And there's this group called the Fourth World Project or Fourth World Corporation, and it's made up of 4 members, like the name of them, and basically trying to juggle that non-spoiler-esque line. Well, I mean, they create. Yeah, it's all good. Obviously the second issue has to have a villain, and they create this being that kind of gets out of control. So they want to contact First Man to help them basically bring him back. The being is kind of like a parasite. It's kind of like a parasite mix, but he doesn't start off that way.
Okay.
It's kind of like, I don't know if everybody is familiar with the character Him from Fantastic Four. This goes way back. Him eventually if I remember correctly, I want to say Him became Warlock, but I'm not exactly sure that's right. Anyhow, they create this being, and the reason the title is Learning Curve is because this is his first real threat on Earth, and it's a learning curve. He has to learn how to be a hero.
Yeah.
Exactly. He still lives at home, which we see in the first issue. So he still lives at home with his parents. Unlike other superhero books or whatever, his parents. Yeah, I was right. Him became Adam Warlock. I see it in the comments. So I was right.
What do you mean he doesn't have a superhero cave or clubhouse?
No, he lives at home. His mom and dad actually know that he has this other being of being a superhero and stuff. And I do actually have a few pages for the next campaign, because when I launched the campaign in June, I'm not sure of the exact date. I just know it's going to be in the month of June.
Uh-huh.
I want to put up the cover, which it's on my table now. I'm going to try and finish the inking on it tomorrow. So I don't have that to show. But I'm also going to put up 5 pages from the book. And they're not sequential. I work with a friend of mine named Rob Snyder on the writing end of things. So we kind of crafted out the story, and I said, all right, these are the 5 pages I'm going to draw for the campaign. They're not spoilerish in any way. I think they're cool to look at, and it'll give a nice sense of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got black and white art for those, because once the cover's done, that's when I'll send the stuff to the colorist to get colored up for the campaign and stuff. And like it says, anybody that signs up, I'll be downloading obviously the email list, and they'll get a special, once the campaign launches, they'll get a special link to go to where they can get 10% off on the book as a nice little sign up perk. And
do you want me to bring up your screen?
Yeah, go ahead, bring it up. So this is actually page 1, and
got my girl.
Well, of course. So this is one of the things. I mean, I will say this: I can't keep all spoilers out from the first issue. So this is her and a guy named Apollo on their home planet. And what happens to Apollo? Well, you have to read First Man, which you can get now on In Demand, and then you'll find out what happens to this guy. But this is them on their home planet. Just, the book starts off with just, a nice lovey-dovey shot, because they're a couple flying through their world. It's actually not, the thing I shouldn't say I don't like it, but for my own stuff, I'm not a big fan of strict linear storytelling where it's A, B, C, D, whatever. I'd rather start with like, oh, look, here's Q. And for a couple pages, we're QRS, and you turn the page and you're like at B.
Yeah.
And
you just kind of
so
mix it up a little bit.
Yeah. So that's kind of what this is. And then the next is a 2-page spread, and this isn't pages 2 and 3. This is actually, and I don't mind giving away page numbers, this is actually 4 and 5.
Okay.
And like, here's one of the things with learning curve. So like, if you read the first book, I like to sprinkle humor throughout it and stuff. So, he's flying up from school, and he sees a plane that he's like, oh my God, this plane's in distress. So he rips the cockpit canopy off, grabs the pilot, lands, the pilot's pissed off. You look up, oh, it was a skywriting plane. Poor Luke Henry, as First Man, did not look up to see that he was skywriting. He just thought this plane was in trouble.
Was smoking, and yeah.
Exactly. So, there will be
bless him.
Yeah, poor guy. So he's getting bitched at, and he takes off, and we see the 4 shadowy figures, which we'll come to find out is from the Fourth World Corporation. And then actually these pages are in order. So he's coming home, and, his dad's out there clipping bushes, which kind of ties into something from the first issue. So if you get the first issue or first graphic novel, you'll get the connection. And he's like, Dad, I got this. And it's all about the learning curve. And what's he do? He lights the bushes on fire.
Yeah.
So, Dad's like, one, get in the house. What are you doing landing in the front yard? We have a fenced in yard for a reason. So, he transforms back, goes in the house all kind of mopey.
How old is the kid that this is?
He's a freshman in college.
Okay, so this is he's definitely of the age where he's trying to kind of figure out how to adult.
Yeah, he's trying to figure out how to adult, trying to figure out
how to be a superhero.
How to be a superhero. Because this picks up pretty much right after the first one ends. So there's not much of a lag at all. Like time-wise, it's not like 3 months have gone by. I mean, it's literally probably just a couple weeks have gone by. So then his dad busts in, and basically he's like, hey, there's this, I saw in the news, this Fourth World group wants to meet, your alter, First Man or whatever. And he's like, what? So I created a little headquarters for him and stuff. So he's flying in and coming in for the landing, and I mean, that's it. That's the 5 pages that'll be up on the campaign as a teaser. So, and they'll be in color and stuff.
That is
and
quite the teaser.
Oh, thank you. On the next page, obviously, you'll see him and stuff. So, and I can show, actually, let me see, because I get kind of giddy about stuff. So let me just click into this other folder.
Oh, we're fine with you being giddy and showing off stuff. We don't mind that at all.
Well, what it's going to be is just the layout for the cover.
Mm-hmm.
So, but my layouts are pretty tight. So as it takes its time to come up here in this window, there's the layout for it.
Oh,
so
wow.
It might be a little hard to tell without the background details, but it's obviously, oh, what happened to it? Where'd it go? Oh,
there. No.
No. I was playing with different cover layouts.
Yeah.
But I chose this one. So anyhow, I like to do, I'm not against pinup covers, which are more of a thing today, I guess, than standard story covers. But I like story covers, but pinup covers, because I do want to try and talk to a couple friends to see about a variant. Leave them for the pinup covers. So basically, I don't want to give away on the cover what the character looks like. I can tell you his name. His name's Adonis. So he's basically, obviously in the midst of a fight, getting decked by Adonis over the city. And we see the main characters of the Fourth World Corporation, just there. I like the floating head motif design-wise. So to kind of introduce them on the cover as well. So my day, if you want to know, was actually spent inking buildings. So I had all the I had the heads and I had all the figure stuff inked yesterday, and then today I got to come up here and go, okay, now it's time to actually put detail onto all these buildings. So
make the buildings and not just little cubes.
Just block, But the after 30 years of doing this, there was no more penciling to this cover. Everything I'm doing is straight to ink. So all the detail on the buildings and stuff is just straight to ink from, what I have here.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. So that's the gist of what it's about. It's just another fun superhero yarn. You could say.
That's cool.
Like with the first campaign, I'm a fan of the Silver Age fun aspect of comics, and I'm not trying to dog out what's coming out these days from the big two, because look, I still buy comics and stuff. I don't buy nearly as much as I used to.
Right.
I just want to bring back the stories that I enjoyed as a kid, and they were more fun, lighthearted type of fare.
Right.
If I can get a joke in there, I will, and such. So.
Well, this looks like it's going to be exactly what you're pitching and what you're offering, and like it's going to be a good continuation of the first one.
And there is a subplot that goes with Penumbra, so she is in the book as well. And this is definitely a spoiler thing. I'm not going to give away from how the first one ended, but if you read the first one, you see how it ends. We delve into that story more. I kind of see this, I was talking to my writer friend about it, kind of as a trilogy where this one is definitely more Earth focused. It's definitely more focused on Luke Henry learning to be First Man and dealing with this new threat on Earth. And then the subplot is going to be Penumbra and her storyline back on her planet. And then the third book will wrap it up with the main story. She comes back into the story.
Okay.
And that's what most of the book will be. And, you know, that's far off. I got to get past this one. So I don't know if that'll take place more on Earth or more on her planet or a little bit of both. But that's what that story will be more focused on is with her.
You know,
So-
I look forward to attempting to improve upon a Penumbra cosplay and see if we can't get another strike for indecency while I'm wearing something that's halfway up my neck.
Oh, you got a strike one? Oh, you did tell me.
Yeah,
that. That's
remember
right.
they tried to say there was nudity, and we were like, it was literally completely covered. I was purple with silver up to here. Like,
Yeah. Well, they did that. Well, it's funny because for when people first saw her, and I had never got this a lot. I literally maybe got it less than 5 times. But somebody would be like, "Where's her clothes?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" One, she has white with the pointing design on her costume, and then there's dark blue, black. But not only that, I said, I can see why you're confused because it's white and her skin's very pale, but color-wise, her costume is cool colors, and her face is warm gray because she's a living being. So I made it purposely color-wise. Costume's got to be cool gray. Face has to be warm gray.
right.
So you can see the difference,
Yeah.
YouTube doesn't see the difference. At least not
YouTube did not see that. It took them a second for us to be like, let a person look at it because it's fine. And then the person looked at it and was like, yeah, okay, fine.
Well, did you see how Malin's stream got struck for the graveyard shift swimsuit book he's doing?
No, but that doesn't surprise me.
It was literally a woman, the character Lilith, sitting on a snowmobile.
Yeah.
And it was drawn by Kenneth Rocafort,
Yeah.
but it was from the back, so she was turning to look at the camera, and she's wearing a thong. So we all know what those look like. So she's not naked at all, not at all. But
they don't care. I think in the actual community guidelines it says even if a body part is fully clothed, if it looks as if it could be nude.
Really?
And it's like,
or is there for sexual gratification?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, so if you have a girl, is what you're saying, because all y'all at YouTube are thirsty. So you have a girl, and then that you feel gratified, therefore it must be sexual in nature.
Well, they leave it gray area so that they can clutch their pearls on channels they don't like. So
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
that happens a lot.
Yeah. So,
so
there you go. That's the story. I get to draw cities again, which I haven't done in a while, and it's really not. The funny thing is, they're not my favorite thing to draw. But I
don't think that
myself.
There's very few people who enjoy them, and most of those people who do enjoy them are a little bit sadistic because there's just, when you're doing these like high aerial shots, there's so much that you can see, and if you don't,
everybody's style is different, and I was halfway done inking the cover today with the buildings, and I took a shot of it and texted it to a friend of mine, and I go, why do I do this to myself? I didn't have an editor tell me to draw this. I chose it. So
yeah, it's, some people love them, and we call those people disturbed because that's so much work. But
yeah,
this looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I like your brand of humor because it's not over the top and it's not super cheese. It's a little bit what you might expect from, like, you're talking about this character and he's like, I can totally help Dad, and you're like, he's not going to help. Like, there's nothing that whatever he's going to do right now is not going to be helpful. And then it's like,
exactly.
Yeah, he set the bush on fire. Like, you can see in a very general sense where certain parts of the story might go, but the exact details are very well thought out and very on brand with the character.
Yeah.
And so it makes him feel relatable, and it turns into, like, you can tell because he's relatable. Like, we all know this guy. We know someone like him.
Well, and it's not like it's a huge story point. In the first book, there's a page earlier on in the book where he's flying home as First Man, and he makes a comment because you're looking behind him as he's flying down to his house, and he's like, ugh, I got to trim those bushes. And then at the end of the book, when everything's wrapped up, he's flying back home, and he's like, oh my God, those things look worse. So it ties in. If you got the first one, so when you get this one, if you have a good memory, you'll be like, oh shit, he connected it.
Those damn bushes.
Yeah.
Fucking
and
bushes,
obviously, instead of him doing it, it was his dad. His dad, as we all know,
he's like, no, I noticed it. I can totally do this, and then he fucks it up, and you're like, just stop helping.
I'm a parent. I don't know how many times I got to tell my kid to empty the dishwasher until she comes downstairs and she's like, you're emptying the dishwasher. I'm like, that's because I got tired of telling you.
Yeah, it's because we ran out of spoons. Okay,
Right.
Like,
Because we're running out of
needed a
stuff,
spoon.
and you're lazy.
Well, Andy, thank you so much for coming on. I think that this is going to be really fun, especially if you got the first one and you liked it. This looks like it's going to be a fantastic continuation. So go sign up for First Man 2, and we'll reach back out and try and get you back on, because that sounds amazing.
Oh yeah, definitely. That'd be great. I'd love it. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Whew! We did it again. It's another 7.
We got this.
It's good. You know what? I love this format. I think it's a really fun way to get to see a whole bunch of projects all at once. Not to mention, we get nice, sneak peek looks, and we can figure out what the audience is loving and what we love, and bring them back on for Red Valkyrie Presents. So,
and get a little heads up for your cosplays.
Yeah, and I could, maybe start working on cosplays more than 2 hours before I'm supposed to have them on.
Nah.
Thank you guys so fucking much for hanging out in the chat and sticking with us and sharing this stuff out. We've got amazing creators here. You got to keep the bush trimmed. Nice, Silver. We've got awesome creators with really awesome projects. If you want to check out any of them, all of the links are in the description. Thank you very much, Sai, for all that you do for this.
You are very welcome. I do nothing.
We will catch you guys next time. See you later.
Bye.